Hello, everyone. How are you today? My name is Carol Adams with Carol Adams Creations. Let me just check to make sure that everything's right. I'm using something different today. I'm using StreamYard, trying to make things better so you don't have to look at my chair at the very beginning. So today we are going to be making, hold on, let me make sure I got everything together. I've got to get another light because it's not bright enough in here. But anyway, today we're going to be transforming a Dollar Tree Easter egg, a wooden Easter egg. And it looks, I've already painted mine. I painted it with 2 coats. I painted it with 2 coats of this Waverly Antique. Trying to figure out where the camera is. And just to let you know, I live in Texas. It is bright, it is sunny outside, but this took about, I did 2 coats, and it took about 30 minutes for it to completely dry between each coat. And I was using the heat tool trying to speed it up, and it still wasn't drying. So if you're going to use it, I suggest that you schedule some time to do this. What else you're going to need is, I'm going to be painting mine in a green, in a pink, or a coral. I haven't really decided. I really like this coral, but it may not be pink enough, so I may have to kind of add some together. Some cream. I have some raffia, some fabric to make a little messy bow, and then just a little bit of greenery that I pulled out of my stash of stuff. And this is a little felt flower that I made a few weeks ago for my mixed media heart canvas. And so I thought it would probably look really good in the middle of my messy bow. So the last thing, well, 2 things I have. Well, actually it's 3. I have a piece of canvas that I'm going to make a tag on. I have a Dollar Tree chapstick. And then I have a set of stamps because I'm going to stamp on the tag spring or happy spring, or, you know, whatever you want to put on there. And then I'm going to be using, sorry, I didn't get this out. I think I'm going to be using this coffee archival brown ink to kind of tie in all of this together. So let's get started because I want to see if this works. Let's see. Okay, so see if I do this right. Let me see. Extra camera. I'm going to share. I'm going to add. Woohoo! Now let's see if we, okay, there we go. Good. Okay. Like I said, this is all new to me. So it's like starting, it's almost like starting all over again. Okay, so you could use a crackle medium if you wanted to. This is just an easy way to kind of get that same distress look without having to purchase the crackle medium, which sometimes can be a little expensive. And so it's a lot cheaper just to use a Dollar Tree or from anywhere, dollar store chapstick. Plus it smells real good. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chapstick and I'm just going to run it in different places, just random. All over. And wherever you put the chapstick, it's going to be distressed there. It's going to, when you paint it, And you don't have to let this dry or anything. We can paint right over it. But when we paint it and then we let the paint dry, I really want this distressed. I really want it to come out too. We just wipe off the chapstick and it will leave the brown underneath the paint, okay? So I am going to start with, I'm going to put pink at the top. Let's see if this is pink enough. Let me see. I think I need it to be pinker. Yeah, it doesn't quite match, but it is pretty. Let me add, I'm going to add just a little bit. I think I'm going to kind of mix up my own pink here. Let's see, because I don't really like this pink. It's a little, I don't know, it's just a little harsh. So I think I'll just mix the two together. Okay, so we have a paintbrush. So I'm just going to, make it into paint it. Let me try again. I'm going to paint it into thirds. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm going to add this to this just to kind of make it a little less harsh. And I think that's pretty good. And hopefully we don't need 2 coats, but we may. All right, well, we're dripping all over the place. So our first is going to go down to there because we're already there. And I don't think I can get that off. Okay, I'm just going to kind of, yeah, we may need to do this. Let me see if I can get that off. There we go. And since we want it to be distressed, I think 1 coat is going to be sufficient. I'll just kind of put it on a little thick. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful day today, and I hope your day is as bright and sunny as mine is. Now we're going to just use a cream. And get a chapstick that has the flavor, the smell that you want. This is menthol, or, and it's like, okay, I feel like I'm in a doctor's office or something. Okay, I'm just going to do this right along there. Whoops, a little bit of pink in there, but that's okay. And so you can see in some places where it is, the paint is already resisting. Okay. Let me see if I can. See if I can pick up that right there. It won't matter because that's where my bow is going to go. So I'm okay with that. Okay. So now for the green, if I have any space left on my palette. Oh, that is such a beautiful color. This is Clover by FolkArt. It's a beautiful, beautiful green. A little bit too much right there. The hardest part is waiting for the paint to dry so that you can reveal what's underneath. Trying to make sure it's all nice and smooth. We are going to set this aside. Maybe we're going to set it aside. Let me fix my mess. Never fails. There we go. All fixed. So we're going to set this aside gently. I'm just going to put it right there, top of my trash can. I'm going to get my paints put away. I'm going to make sure that this is dry. Oh, I think I just put paint on my face. Good thing I'm small. Anyone else go to the store or something and you got paint on your face or all over your fingers? Always wonder what people must think about that. Okay, I'm gonna put this away too because I don't want to get paint on everything. This is just a quick and easy project. And when I get it done, if it looks good, which I think it will, I'm going to actually put it on one of those little easel things so it can prop up, and then I can put it on my my bookcase with all of my other spring supplies. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold off on this, on my greenery, because I'm going to use it. I'm going to add it. Oh, I need to turn on my hot glue gun. I knew I was going to forget that. But for right now, we're going to make a junk bow. And so I am going to, all I did was tear the fabric. You just do a little snip at the end of the fabric and then just pull it. And if you don't like this look, you can always just do it. You can always just cut it to whatever you want. So I'll do a couple of pieces of that. I have this ribbon. I had this little ribbon that I found. And then I have a pink. I'm just going to try to make all of these. It won't matter if they're all the same, because when we get done, we're going to cut it anyway. We'll trim it all up. Sorry about that. So there we go. And then I have some green. Just to add a little bit of green here. Let's see if I can get this right. I got a whole mess. I got a whole mess here. Know how much we need. Oh, I don't want that on the end. Okay. So there we go. There's that. And then I found this real pretty green that actually had some pink, and I thought that would look really good as well. This is a great way to use up your scraps. Plus, doing a junk bow, if you don't have like enough ribbon to use, this is a wonderful way to use those little bitty scraps of ribbon or fabric that you have. And it makes a really, I don't know, I like the bow. I think it looks really cute. We do just one more. I think we've got it big enough. The only bad thing is you get all these strings everywhere. Okay, there we go. I have a piece of twine. And here is my canvas to do my, my little tag. And let me get out a little bit of raffia, which this always makes such a mess, but that's what raffia does. Okay. Want to kind of keep these in bundles if possible. That was not long enough. Okay. Okay. All right. So we kind of got that, which is just a mess, but that's okay. All right. So here's how I like to make my junk bow. I put whatever I'm using, either baker's twine or this jute, or even if you're using a piece of your fabric, this is going to be our tie. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my fabric or whatever it is that you are using, and I'm just going to start layering it. And this is how I do it. I actually do an X, and then I put one in the middle. Just like that. And so then I try to alternate everything. This is really very curly. All right, so I'm going to put some of this raffia in here just to kind of give it a, hopefully we can get that to stay. This needs to be cut. Okay, so we have that. And then we're just going to continue building up. And you don't have to do it the same way. You know, do it like each print the way that you did it, if that makes sense at all. And then if I have one print going this way, I like to put it in the other direction. And that's just a personal preference. It is entirely up to you how you do this. Okay, I'm going to put this right there. I'm going to add a few more, I think, and then it should be big enough. Raffia is a little hard to work with, I'm not going to lie. But it really does kind of add a little bit of, I don't know, country charm maybe. Let me do, oh, I forgot this one. Put that right there. And maybe just a little bit more of the raffia. And we will end with this green fabric here. And then all you're going to do, hold on, this goes on that side. Okay, all you're going to do is then scrunch up your bow. And then we're going to tie a knot. This is where another hand would come in handy. Sometimes don't you wish you were kind of like an octopus? You had more than one hand or more than two hands. There we go. So then we're just going to fluff this all out. And then we'll trim it up when it gets time to put it on our Easter egg. I probably could have had some more ribbon, but we'll just start with that and see what it looks like. If we need to add more, we always can do so. So I'm going to put that away for right now. Let me get all my raffia out. And what I want to do is I want to make a tag. And let's see, I think I want it about, this side's already torn. So I'm going to cut it about here. This is the raw edge, that's a little difficult. Oh, strong. And we're just going to tear that. And then I'm going to cut this off. I think I'm going to stamp my word spring first. I want that to be at the bottom. So I'm going to start here. So we have S. I can't get these letters out. It's P, R, N. Well, don't usually have this much trouble. G. Okay. So I'm going to start at the end of the word and not at the beginning of the word. So one thing, these stamps sometimes leaves a ghost, which is the outside of the stamp. That doesn't bother me. You know what? I think I have enough room to do Happy Spring. That is not going to show up. And I don't think I can do that again. Probably will not line that up. Yep. Okay, that's better. I just need it to be a little bit darker. Hold on. I want to spell this correctly. Spring. Okay. I need the N. I did a Bible journaling. It's a beautiful page and misspelled one of the main words on the page. And nobody told me. I even posted pictures. I was like, how could y'all do this to me? How could you let me? And I don't care that's all messy. That doesn't matter to me. Okay, there we go. I actually wanted it over a little further than that, but that's okay. I R. Already put the R up. R P Now I need the S. Okay. And now we need the Y. We have the P. We need the A. Did I get the Y out? Let's see, I've got there's the Y, there's the P, there's the A. I need the H. Okay. I think this time I'm going to start here. Let's see, we want kind of H, A, P, P, Y. Let's just start at the end again. I'm just going to start here. I like to stamp off to make sure I've got enough ink on my on there. I'm kind of pressing, but trying to not get the edges on there. Have an A. Okay, H. Where did the H go? Ah, perfect. Happy Spring. I know it's backwards. I'm going to figure out how to fix that, but I didn't know how to do that just yet. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. I'm sure there's a way to fix my camera. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so this is going to go up underneath, so I'm not going to worry about tearing it. I do want this to be a little smaller. Hopefully I can do this, which I'm not going to be able to. Okay, so let's see if we can go from here. All right. Ah, okay, well, we'll just fray it. And I'll just cut off the strings. That'll work. All right, let's see if I can get the strings out. I knew I should have left it alone. But you know, I just had to try. Just a couple more. Sorry. And then we're going to get to our egg and reveal what's underneath, and hopefully it looks good. All right, let me just cut this off. Okay. Kind of just one right here. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we've got our little tag. I think that looks good, except for that right there is bothering me. I don't want to have to. Sometimes it's just those little things that. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to cut this shorter so it doesn't look so obvious. There we go. I'll do that. Okay. Let me move all of this. Okay, so now we're going to take our Easter egg. I'm going to make sure this is good and dry. Sorry, I carried some of my trash with me. Make sure it's dry because it's still a little sticky. So what we're going to have, we'll have our bow right here. Our little happy spring will be here. And then I'm going to put this little rose right there. Isn't that going to be adorable? Really want to try to cover that up because I want to make a hanger. Well, no, I don't. Ah! See, some of it's coming up. That's what we want. The heat gun's really bringing out the smell of menthol. Let me make sure this little part right here is all nice and dry. Especially that right there. That's not quite dry yet. I think most of it's dry. I think it's going to be dry enough. So I'm going to take a paper towel. Sorry about that. I didn't have that together. You can already kind of see a little bit of crackle right there. I didn't expect it to do that. So that's really cool. Unexpected accident. So I'm just going to wipe this off. And because I have the brown underneath, it's giving it an age distressed look. And if you don't like that style, or if you don't like the way it looks, just paint back over it. Evidently, that. That was a little much, so let me paint back over that. Find the right paintbrush here. Like I said, if you don't like some of it, just kind of go back over it a little bit. I don't know why it all came up right there. Anyway, maybe it's just a happy accident. I'm just going to kind of fill some of this in. I don't know why it made it look like that. I don't remember adding anything there. This is the green. I think the green is pretty good. I think I'm going to leave the green alone, maybe. Yeah, just kind of. Okay. Well, let me dry this. Another way, excuse me, another way you can distress it is to use some sandpaper. I don't have any handy, or I would do that. Let me get all of this dry. Turn it around. Okay, I'm just going to kind of adjust a little bit right there. Oh, that looks much better. Just kind of put that down. Okay, I'm not happy with this at all. I think it's way too much. So I am going to paint to another good coat of that. Let me make sure my brush is dry. It's just way too much there. So what I'm going to do to fix it, I'm just going to try to get this out as much as possible and just do a thin line. Not quite so much. I got a little carried away, which isn't unusual for me. Does anybody else do the same thing? Get a little bit of this paint. Okay. So we're going to really go over this. Trying to get a smooth line right there. Don't know that that one's going to matter because our bow is going to cover it up. But that looks much, much better. Okay, so we're going to dry this. Probably should let your paint dry a little longer than I did. But you know, when you're on live television, you do what you have to do. Oh gosh. See, I'm already just a little bit more. Okay. All right. So let's do a reveal now. Just a little bit. Oh, that's much better. And if I rub really hard, I can get back to some of the stuff underneath it. But I kind of like just the little, get this part off. I like just the little speckles that it does. So less is more. Words of wisdom there. Less is more. I'm going to take that off. Bring in my hot glue gun here. Okay, so I'm going to add first some of these sprigs. And I'm just going to hot glue them and then attach them on there. Be sure If you need to, get you some of those protectors. I'm always stubborn and don't want to have to try to find mine. I really should use them, because hot glue burns are the worst. Get that to be dry enough that I can move on, maybe so. Put one down here, and then I'll put one over here. Okay. All right, so then I found this little baby's breath, and I thought it might look good. I think I'll just kind of spread it out and put it right up there. Maybe I better cut this off. Okay. And then when we get this part done, we'll put the bow on and see if we need to add any more fabric to our bow. Add 2 more pieces down here just to make it. I think I actually want one over there. Let's see here. Over here. That there. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. I think I'm going to do just one more little green one, maybe. Take a little piece off. Ah. Okay, we're going to let that sit for a minute. Then we're going to trim our bow. I'm going to move this up a little bit. You're going to just trim our bow off. Let's see, this is, okay, got it. Trim our bow. Try to get the other side to be about the same. Most of the time it doesn't happen, but you know, it does look a little better if they're almost the same. I'll do that right there. Make sure all the raffia is trimmed. That one's not. Throw that away. Okay. So we're just going to kind of space this all out. We're going to, oh, that looks so good. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? I love this. It's going to look so good with all my Easter stuff. Okay, I think that goes that way. And that one is going to go that way. Okay. Sometimes you got to kind of refigure them all. So I am going to put this here. Make sure everything is going correctly. And then you can kind of rearrange it once it gets there. We hold that for a moment. And somewhere is my spring tag. This is not unusual for me either. What in the world did I do with the spring tag? Did I throw it away? It's here somewhere, people. You all saw it. Okay, there is our little flower. Oh, there it is. Oh, landed on the floor. Okay, we're going to put this just like that. You know what? I'm going to trim this off so that it doesn't show underneath the flower. Okay. Add that right there. Add this right there. And put that right just like that. Quick and easy project. Everything except for the canvas. This little ribbon, well, all the fabric. I purchased at Dollar Tree. And the little baby's breath, I got it, I believe, at Michael's. And then I made the little felt heart. But everything else here is from Dollar Tree. Isn't that adorable? Just quick and easy. If you wanted to, you could drill holes at the top. And I'd actually meant to bring the bow up, but I really like it where it is. To drill holes at the top and then do your like a wire hanger. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to take off this one. Stop that camera. Yay, it worked. Some days it's just the little things in life that make a difference, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed this. I just love this. I think it turned out so cute. And I'm going to add it with all my other Easter things behind me. And that's it for today. Tomorrow at 9 in the morning, I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to be working in my planner because I didn't get to do it last week. So I'm already a week behind, and it's not even, hasn't even, I guess it's been 7-8 weeks yet. And so I'm going to work on it, but I'm also going to be doing how many of you have ever wondered what the difference is between distress inks and distress oxide? I had no idea. So we're going to be doing a little bit of some testing with the distress inks tomorrow to give you a little bit more information so that when you go to the store, you don't go, I don't know which one to get. So you'll know which one to get next time. So anyway, hope you all have an awesome Tuesday. And I will see you in the morning at 9 a.m. And like I said, we'll be working in my planner. I did a lot last week. I didn't do too much the week before, so it's kind of sparse. So hope to see you then. Bye, everyone.